Hola everybody, I'm Derek Clark from the Rangers Review live from Seville. It is absolutely melting, I can tell you. Now, I'm just outside the hotel where the media pick up their accreditation, and I'm going to take you a little walk around. The stadium is just across the road here, so I'm going to take you a little wander. For those lucky enough to be attending the huge game on Wednesday night, this will give you a rough idea as to what to expect when you make your way up to the ground. So yeah, like I say, I'm just outside the hotel where the press pick up their accreditation for the game. I'm lucky enough to be covering it for the Rangers Review. Myself and Joshua will be there. But for the supporters, for those heading along, here is what you can expect when you head down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to burrow this camera around here. Just bear with me a little second. See if we can do that here. Let's see, what are we doing here? Burrow it round. There we go. That's better. Okay, so for those watching, this is the scene outside the hotel where you pick up the accreditation. It's at Melia Hotel. As you can see, another lovely day here in Seville. Some signage there. I'll show you some Rangers signage as well, which you'll appreciate. Right, let's start heading down the street here. In a bit of shade, which is good for me because I am getting burnt to a crisp, even though I've lapped on the factor 50. So, walking down this direction, you can see there's a little bar here, a little restaurant over here as well. When I made my way over, I'm sure I'll show you where I made my way. There's loads of little bars, €1.50 a pint as well. You'll be pleased to know. Cracking prices. Looks like there's a shopping centre just on the back of the stadium. There's some volunteers just walking up towards me. Just across the road here. So the stadium itself is over to our left hand side, which is where I'm going to take you very shortly. We'll just cross the street here. And as I mentioned, it's almost like a shopping centre, the Nervion Plaza. I won't take you shopping, of course. You're not interested in that. You'll need Factor duffel coat. Absolutely muddy. It is absolutely boiling, I can tell you that for free. Now, I'll just give you a sneak peek over there. There we go, I'll zoom in. There's the stadium, the corner of the stadium there. So, let's head back down here. So like I say, very close, well, in terms of, from picking up the accreditation. I know that many of you will be driving here on Wednesday. Bus, it's like a planes, trains and automobiles journey for a lot of you. It was that for me. I flew from Manchester to Nantes in France and then get a flight from Nantes straight to Seville. And a taxi to our apartment, as I'm sure you've seen the video that I posted yesterday. Right, we'll just cross here, the green man's showing, so we'll cross the road. There we go. And we'll head over to the stadium. We'll cross over here. And this is where it's going to get interesting, folks. Right, we'll walk straight down here so you can see the corner of the ground. These streets will be swarming the air, they certainly will be. I've seen a number of Rangers fans today, a lot of them arriving today, of course. Not seen any Frankfurt fans as yet, which is surprising. I was expecting about 50,000 they were saying bringing over, but it's just Rangers fans that I've met so far. So we head over now to the left hand side. A lovely little Japanese restaurant there, if that's your thing. And another restaurant over there, and there's a gym if you fancy doing a workout. I don't imagine many will be heading in there. But if we head over, look, we can start, the stadium starts to come into view. I'll zoom out a wee bit so we can see that a wee bit better. There we go. Let's cross this road before we get knocked down. So there we go, the Estadio Ramon Sanchez-Pizjuan. There's security there at the perimeter. There's a Rangers fan getting his picture taken, wearing the new third strip jersey. Hey buddy. Let's do a little shimmy around. It looks like a cracking stadium. Of course, the smallest of the 3 stadiums in Seville. I'm sure the Rangers supporters could have filled all 3. I'm just heading round here. You can see there's a perimeter fence here. Lots of security, as you would expect. So we'll head right round the ground. There's the Seville badge there. Of course, Europa League Masters. How many trophies have they got up there? Of course, the first one they won was back in 2007. And they won it at Hampden. Of course. There's a Rangers supporter there. All right, buddy? That's what we like to see. It's Facebook, buddy. There's a Rangers fan, as you can see, soaking it all up. Yeah, 2007 they won the Europa League against Espanyol. I was actually there, and I've got a funny story with regards to that. I have the match-winning ball, went to spot kicks, and the goalie saved it. And I was actually behind the goal, and I managed to get the match-winning ball from that heroic achievement from Seville. They went on, of course, and won numerous other Europa Leagues. As you can see here, it's ridiculous the amount of Europa Leagues they've won. It certainly has been their competition in recent years. And of course, a Rangers link as well. Jock Wallace, revered here. Of course, he was the manager of Seville for a number of years. The Rangers' legendary manager. So there's that link as well. Maybe it's an omen heading into this game on Wednesday. So as you can see, it's still a big perimeter fence around the outside of the ground. This will be swarming on Wednesday. Even tomorrow, I'd imagine a lot of Rangers fans will want to come up and have a little gander about. In terms of, it's just residential round about here up to this point. There is lots more bars where I walked up previously, and I'll walk you down there, give you an idea. Right, we're going onto the road here, it looks like. Just try and not get knocked down. I'll head over into the shade. So we're now at the back of the ground here. In terms of the Rangers end, I'm not quite sure entirely. I know it's we're at the gate 20 here. So let's head down this way. Temperature wise, a lot of you asking what's going to be the temperature come kick off. Now last night, checked my phone, and at that point it would be the second half kicking off, and it was, I've got to say, it was rather chilly. So that will no doubt benefit the players if that's going to be the temperature on Wednesday night. It is hot just now, but it's obviously going to get a bit milder as the day progresses. But yeah, it's just fantastic to be here. It really is. If you're heading out, then safe travels to you all. If you look down, straight down below, as you can see a little cafe bar there. So many of them dotted about, by the way, and as you make your way up towards the stadium, so you'll be well catered for. And I'll do a roaring trade, I'm sure, each and every one of them with the Rangers fans that are heading over here. I'll just belt down here. Just a reminder, folks, of course, in the Rangers Review, if you tune into our daily briefings in the morning, great show this morning. We've got an evening show tonight. It'll feature Ali Bain, big Rangers fan, of course, and coach over in the US of A. He's going to join myself and Joshua tonight to look ahead to the game. And we've got another special guest tomorrow as well, so loads of content coming your way on the Rangers Review. Just make sure you stay tuned to our social media accounts, and if you've not already subscribed, then now is the chance to do so. We've got a great offer on just now, £6 for 6 months worth of content, so £1 a month. Not only that, you get entered into a prize draw for 2 tickets for this game. One person will be selected at random tomorrow morning at 9. Really is a prize of a lifetime, this. So we're walking, just head over to rangersreview.co.uk/subscribe for all the details with regards to that. So we're now at the other end of the ground here. You can see What I'm going to try and do is just turn right, but you can see the gates there reinforced, so there's how many perimeter fences is that? 2, I think, and there's one inside as well. So yeah, the big trucks, the media trucks are turning up now today. Sunburnt, yeah, Derek, yeah. I've actually remained pretty pale so far, Duncan, but no doubt by the time I leave I'll be a little lobster. Just make sure, folks, if you're heading over, get the sun cream on you, because the sun is absolutely unforgiving here. Seek shade pronto if you're of fair complexion like myself. Right, we'll just cross this road here. Green man showing. There we go. It's the other end of the ground. We'll just take a wee walk up here. What's that? In fact, there's the boys at Sky doing a little piece there. That's a hail from Sky. And there's a couple of Rangers fans just walking up here. If you're bringing your kids, you might want to take them to the little play park beforehand. Let's head down this way. Boy's got his Seville t-shirt on, absolutely magnificent. That's what we like to see. I can see the big trucks in place. And again, big sign, lots of signage here as well, folks. When I touched down in Seville Airport, it was all over the place. Likewise, walking up to the ground, lots of placards and what have you. Look at that. Incredible to see the Rangers badge on that sign. Soak that in. Quite unbelievable. But they deserve to be there, as we spoke on the daily briefing this morning. They're top of the charts in pretty much every metric. Giovanni van Bronckhorst men have been a revelation in this competition, and hopefully they can do the biz on Wednesday and bring that trophy back to Glasgow, which would be an absolutely momentous achievement. Personally speaking, the biggest, I would say, in the history of Scottish football, no question about it. As you can see here, we're just walking by, and just your view is filled with the broadcast trucks, and they're testing out the PA in there. They'll be playing the Rangers songs, there's no doubt about it, on match day, as they get the fans up for the game. Let's walked round this end. So heavily guarded, as you can see. We'll get closer to the ground, of course, on match day, and in fact we'll get there tomorrow. And there's I think they conduct their press conferences in there, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have a closer look at the ground tomorrow. But there you go. Fantastic. Now let me just give you a little walk down here. This is where I came up earlier, in the bars that you may want to frequent as you make your way up to the ground. Cervezas all over the place, or sangria, if that's your thing. You can see here a lot of the Rangers fans I passed earlier on. Not so much now, but I'm sure they'll pack it out later on. There you go. €1.50 for a cerveza. Can't argue with that. So you can see, bustling wee place this. But that is pretty much what you'll see if you're lucky enough to head to the game on Wednesday. I'll just zoom in, look at the big banner up there. Like I say, these banners all over the city. Seville so far has been really hospitable. Everyone looking forward to this one, even the locals looking forward to the game. It's a huge game, of course, and Rangers are there, where they'll take on Frankfurt. And remember, stay tuned to the Rangers Review, all our social media accounts, for all the latest in terms of build up to the game. As I mentioned, myself and Josh will be at the game, and you'll get all the reaction from it as well, where hopefully the Rangers are celebrating a Europa League success. Quite incredible saying that, but there you go. Okay, that'll do us for now, folks. Thanks very much for everyone that's tuned in for this Facebook Live. And like I said, we've got an evening show tonight. Ali Bain is going to be a guest. His tactical knowledge is second to none. So he'll be there alongside myself and Joshua at Rangers Review HQ here in Seville. So join us for that. But until then, adios amigos.